Now in the chapter of real and rational numbers, okay, we'll be assessing this chapter called checkpoint 2.1a as an example to solve your questions. Okay, so now they will normally give you a set of numbers of which you're supposed to identify what is suitable, to put in different questions. So what will I do is I'll actually draw out a table. Okay, I will go and label all the all the different numbers that's given. All right, 0, cube root -9, 18 over 5. All right, and then I have a square root 100. I have a -4 to the power of 3. I have 17, as well as a -24 over 3. Now what do? I'll press into my calculator, okay, and I will check for these numbers. All right, so what is the exact term? I'll leave everything in a constant, which is a decimal. So I have 0. All right, I have cube root -9. That gives me a -2.0800. 18 divided by 5 will give me a 3.6. Square root 100 gives me a 10. Okay, then I have a -4 to the power of 3. That gives me a -64. 17 is as it is. And -24 divided by 3 would give me a -8. Now then what would I do next? Okay, I will write it out. Now, they are looking for a positive number. Okay, so let's take a look and see what do they have. Now, positive number, integer numbers. Okay, now first thing first, is 0.25 a positive number? Now what does positive number means? Positive number basically means all the numbers that is above 0. So any numbers that is above 0, more than 0. Okay, so is 0.25 more than 0? Yes, of course. Is 0 a positive number? No, because you don't see an equal sign here, so no. Is -2.08 a positive number? No, it's a negative number. Is 3.6 a positive number? Yes. Is 10 a positive number? Yes. Is -64 a positive number? No. Is 17 a positive number? Yes. Is -8 a positive number? No. Okay, then let's take a look at the integer portion. Now, what is the definition of integer? Integer basically means any number, okay, without a fraction. Okay, so it is basically a number without a fraction, or it's in a decimal form. Okay, so can it be a positive or negative number? Yes, of course, as long as you give them as a whole integer. Alright, so is 0.25 an integer? No, because it carries a decimal. Is 0 an integer? Yes, because there is no fraction, correct? So always remember, this is one thing that students always get really confused. 0 is an integer, okay, because there's no fraction applied to it. Now, is -2.08 an integer? No. Is 3.6 an integer? No. Is 10 an integer? Yes. Okay. Is -64 integer? Yes, there's no decimal. Okay. Is 17 an integer? Yes. Is -24 over 3 an integer? Yes. Okay, so from here, you are able to decipher what your answer should be, correct? Now, take note. Okay, I am going to write this once, so please be really attentive. Now, I'm going to highlight all these points, okay? And then you ask yourself, right? You're so engrossed in doing all of these things, what will you write as your answer? Okay, I have students, okay, keynote, I have students who will just write your answer as 0.25, 0, -0.2800, etc., etc. No, this is a big no. Okay, always write your answers in terms of whatever they have given you. So you see, in this case, positive numbers, I have -0.5 square. All right, I would have 18 over 5. Okay, I will also have square root 100, and then I will have my last, which is 17. Okay, then moving forward, I have my integer numbers, which is 0. All right, I will write it in its exact form, square root 100. Okay, I have -4 to the power of 3. I have 17, and lastly, I have a -24 over 3. Now, do not, and I mention again, do not give your answers in this manner, in the manner that you have calculated. This is wrong. Okay, so once you're done, label these on a number line. Okay, so now let me scroll it downwards. Let's refer to the chart here, so it's easier for you, okay? So part C, they ask you to label a number line. All right, now there are a few things that you need to take note when you actually label a number line. Always indicate your 0. Always give a portion for your negative numbers and a portion for your positive numbers. This is important. Okay, so label your numbers accordingly. Let's see, the first one gives you 0.25, right? So you will label -0.5 square. Now again, students will tell me, oh, this is a -0.25. No, okay, I I will either see careless mistakes of students, you know, leaving these as your calculated form or missing out your negative numbers like that. Okay, please don't even copy wrongly. Always remember to double check whatever you have written. Don't be too eager to start writing out your answer. Look and check. Always go back to your question. No one's gonna fault you for reading your question too much. Okay, please do it within a time frame as well. Okay, so now let's move on to the next one. 0, 0, you have it there. You have your cube root -9. That gives you a -2.08. So you have it somewhere around here. Okay, so again, you indicate your numbers here. Then let's have 3.6. Okay, 3.6 falls somewhere around here. You indicate this as 18/5. Okay, you have 10. So let's extend it further. Alright, you have 10. So it probably goes beyond around here. Okay, let's try to make this a little bit more proportionate. Okay, so this would probably be a 18/5. Okay, this would give it a 10. Alright, and then you would have a -64. So this is far beyond -64. You have a 17 somewhere around here, and you have a -8. Okay, so can you see what's happening? Alright, do you spot this mistake? Right, you spot the mistake here? Okay, so this, I'm telling you, what's the common mistake that students will make? You will tell me your answers, or rather you will leave me your answers in this manner. This is wrong. Okay, I'm saying that this is wrong. This is what you're going to see in your exam paper if you follow this. Okay, so what is the correct way of writing it? Now you have 10, so write this as square root 100. You have 17, leave it as it is. Okay, -8, please write it as -24/3. Now -64, what is it? It is your -4 to the power of 3. Okay, so this is how your timeline should look like. So let me erase the one that's wrong. Okay, leave this as 17. You should have this as -24/3. And then finally, you should have this as -4 to the power of 3. So can you see what I'm doing over here? Alright, so let's remove the positive and negative. This is how your timeline should look like. Okay, yes, you do have a -64. Do you exactly have to be accurate? No. Alright, as long as you show that you know where the position lies. Is it before or after? Okay, this is what matters. They want to see the order. Okay, they want to see whether you know how to actually allocate these numbers. So one key thing to take note, okay, the bigger the negative number, alright, the more left hand side it goes. Okay, the bigger the positive number, same thing. Okay, the more right hand side it goes. Okay, so these are the few things that you need to take note and make sure you check your answer whenever you do questions like this. Alright.